I'm B.
And I'm Sam.
And we're two best friends who like to talk shit about smut, wingspan,
And sometimes books.
Join us every Wednesday for a new episode.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
Let me have a look. I think it's 22.
Watch, that would be 21 and we look like great numpties.
I know. But welcome to the final installment currently in the Gods and Monsters series by V.Nicole.
Yes.
This series isn't coming to an end quite yet here on a pod of Smut and Wingspan because next week we're interviewing the one and only.
I am so excited. I'm nervous as well though. Like,
so nervous.
I don't know why. Like, I get nervous about everything, don't I? Like, everything scares me, so.
Yeah, no, I'm terrified. And not because we don't, I'm sure I'm sure she's a very, very nice person.
Yeah.
To be fair, like, the 99.9% of people we have come across in all formats of the book world,
especially authors,
are so lovely. Not
like,
that we expect them to not be.
No, but like they repost us, they reshare our stuff, like anything that we tagged them in or like that's about one of their books, they're more than happy.
They're particularly kind.
And like some of our reels on Instagram that were about Pen Cole's book that she reposted to her story and stuff have done amazing.
Yeah.
So
really, really kind. So everyone's always really nice. So we're not nervous because we don't think Amber's going to be.
We don't think she's going to shout at us.
It's just that even though we've done this once, I mean, do you remember? I feel like when I rewatched the Pen Cole clips, I'm like, I don't remember doing that.
I literally feel like I must have been drunk.
Because I was so like disassociated from it. Because I was like,
I started crying when we came off the call.
So yeah, it's just one of those things. So Amber V.Nicole will be with you next week. We literally can't wait. We're so excited. Then we are taking a little vacation, aren't we?
Yeah.
It doesn't affect you guys.
No. We're going to record before we go, so you'll have plenty of content.
And are we going to say what that episode is? We can, can't we?
Yeah.
So week after next, we are starting. There's only one book out right now. But we're going to be reading Quicksilver.
We are.
By Callie Hart.
Yes.
I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah,
I think that's right.
I don't think you can go wrong with Callie Hart.
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, we're doing Quicksilver by Callie Hart because honestly, it's just bloody everywhere, isn't it? And we were like, we need to get on this.
Yeah.
And then we've got another bloody author interview because the week after that, which is the 14th of August.
No, 14th of August. Quicksilver comes out. It's just the 21st of August.
We're interviewing Callie Hart. We've got another bloody interview straight after this one.
We were just like, so everyone's been recommending it on TikTok and Bookstagram. So we were like, oh, okay, we'll add it to our TBR. Yeah. It's on Kindle Unlimited. Perfect. Yeah. And then B was like, should I message her? And I was like, yeah, go on then. And she only bloody went and said yes.
I know.
Asked when our episode on Quicksilver was coming out and if she could be interviewed like directly after it. So I think Quicksilver comes out on the 14th and then the interview comes out on the 21st.
Yes.
Oh, which is just mental.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
You know, people talk about imposter syndrome. Like, I am living and breathing it right now.
100%.
Because what the fuck?
Yeah. I genuinely think sometimes, like, why are people saying yes to us?
I know, like, do they not realise who we are? Like, two little Welsh girls.
We can't even work a fucking microphone.
Oh my God, like, we might have nailed it now. We might have nailed our setup. We'll see.
Too soon.
Yeah.
So that's just a little, like, update on what's coming. So, yeah, if you haven't read Quicksilver, then you've got a bit of time. Well, I guess a week to catch up. It's on KU. And, yeah, people are absolutely raving about it.
Yeah, I've started it. I'm only 23% in, but I am.
You're loving it.
I'm gutted that we're recording tonight because all I want to do is read.
Sorry. I was actually really looking forward to tonight's episode.
I'm joking.
This is one of the very few ones where I've recently read the book.
Yes.
Because most of the time,
I've read the book.
Sam's read the book. Yeah. I read it ages ago, and then Sam basically drags me through the episode. Yeah. On my 4-book rotation.
Oh yeah. Did you knock one off?
I have. So I finished House of the Crimson Heart. Very good. I really enjoyed it. Definitely going to buy the second one. Absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was then focusing on the street team that were on for Crimson Kiss.
Yes, which is Jodie Angel.
Yes.
And she's Welsh.
She is.
So we're very excited about that.
I'm about 34-ish% of the way through that. Really enjoying it. Very quick paced. And then I've got When the Stars Alight by Camilla Andrew.
Yes, this was a PR package we got sent, and the book is beautiful.
So I'd only done a couple of chapters of that, but I was really enjoying it. And then I started Flesh and Fire from the Blood and Ash prequel, but that's going to have to wait. Unfortunately, Crimson Kiss, Camilla Andrew are going to have to wait because now I need to
we need to get Quicksilver done. My plan is read Quicksilver this week. Then I've got a week before holiday where I'm going to try and smash out Powerful and Reckless.
Ooh.
Because we've got a powerful episode come in, so you also need to try and prioritize.
I'll take it on hold. It's fine.
And then while we're on holiday, because I don't want to take any physical books on holiday, I'm going to try and start Shadowing the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout.
Well, then
because it's on KU.
I'll keep it. It's not on KU. Oh no, we just have it. I think we bought it on sale and it was 99p.
Oh yeah, it's not on KU.
Not on KU. False information. We just got it on like a Prime Day. That's what I'd started.
Yes, that's what I'm going to keep. Shadowing the Ember.
Why was I calling it Flesh and Fire?
That's what the series is called.
Okay, sorry. That's what I've started. It's very good. So yeah, I'll keep it and we'll do it at the same time on holidays then. That'll be nice. Lovely.
Yeah, that'll be lush.
Yeah, I can do Powerful. It's teeny tiny.
It is teeny. I was just reminding you that you need to read it.
Have we got Powerful and Reckless coming out after the Bookish Babes collab?
Yes.
Those are the 2 next episodes afterwards.
So we've got Amber V.Nicole's interview, Quicksilver, Callie Hart's interview,
Bookish Babes,
Reckless, Powerful,
We're doing Powerful first.
We're doing the novella first.
That's fine.
It could even be a mini-sode. We could record them both on the same day, potentially.
We could do it in one episode.
Yeah, we could. If we've got nothing good to say.
Honestly, don't want to spoil Reckless for you, but I saw him. I should have really have got their name, because I think we follow them on TikTok. Another Bookish podcast posted a clip. I don't know if they posted it today, but I saw it today, and they were like the one person. It makes me laugh, right? You know, when I watch other book podcasts, and it makes me realize how clear and coherent people are with their points, whereas us.
Do you know, it always makes me laugh when I'm trying to get a video, because you'll start saying something, but something else will come into your head and that takes precedence. So then you'll start saying that. And I'm like, but I knew what she was going to say and it would have been really funny. It's as if like all the words are in your head and you're trying to get them out as quickly as possible. It's so funny.
Yeah. So this person on the podcast is like obviously way more coherent than we are, and came out with a really well-rounded, adult critique of Reckless, and it just made me laugh, because if you compare it to our power what was it called? Powerless episode, and we're just like, I don't know what it is, just shit, isn't it?
Missing something, but I don't know what.
Yeah. And what is this fucking doing? But she was saying that she couldn't believe that Lauren Rocks. First of all, did you know she's 20? I don't think we addressed
She's
that.
22 now.
Oh, yeah.
She was 20 when she wrote Powerless.
And I would say...
And got picked up by a...
Yeah, good for her. I would say it seems like that, but then, I mean, Sarah J. Maas wrote Throne of Glass at 16, and that was considerably better, so...
I was speaking to somebody about this, and I said, oh, well, she was 20, so, you know, like that YA is coming through, and their response was, well, Sarah J. Maas was 16 writing Throne of Glass, and it's considerably better than Powerless. And I was like, well, you've done me there, haven't you?
But this person was saying that when the Reckless would have been delivered as like a draft or whatever to the copy editors, there is no subplot in this book, right? So, you know, normally you have your main plot and you have subplots. And I do think there probably is a little bit of that in Powerless. Like, there definitely is some subplots. Not that I can remember any, but there definitely are. Well, there is.
I think there's something in that.
The main plot is that she's trying to, like, compete in the trials, but then the subplots are like, she's fallen in love with Kai. She's got the whole rebellion thing going on.
Yeah.
There's Adina. There's a lot, you know, she's spying.
Yeah, who killed her father?
Reckless is literally one plot.
Oh.
It is just Kai getting paid into a said location, and there is no, every single chapter is they wake up, there's a day, they go to bed, they wake up, there's a day, they go to bed, they wake up, and then you get to the last chapter, and then, do you know what I mean? Like, it's so, there's not a single subplot, none.
I'll be glad when it's off my plate, I think. Like when I've read Powerful, I've read Reckless, and I can put that.
It's like that person that you keep fucking, and you're like, why do I keep doing it? But you just keep going back to it.
Easy.
Huh?
Convenient, like.
Yeah. Not even convenient. You're just like, why the fuck am I doing this? Then you're like, oh, I'm doing it again.
Hi, everyone. Hope you're enjoying this week's episode.
If you're looking for more A Pod, A Smut and Wingspan content, head over to our Patreon, which is now live,
where you'll find monthly bonus content and have the chance to have your say in what we release on the podcast.
Subscribe and have a listen. We've got a full episode of all the books that we would recommend to scratch the ACTA itch.
But for now, enjoy the rest of this episode and we'll see you soon.
Right, so Dawn of the Cursed Queen.
Yes.
That's why we're all really here today.
Yeah. So we left off after the Throne of Broken Gods with Samkiel being stabbed.
Yeah, we do. And am I right in saying that the final scene of Throne of Broken Gods, we do see that Dianna is able to, like, teleport?
She resurrects him.
Yeah.
Their mark disappears.
Yes.
Rockeram or Reggie... Still makes me laugh that his name's Reggie.
I love it.
Says, like, I know where you can go, and they go. And that's how it ends.
Yeah, so it doesn't specify, it just says that they just make it to some other planet.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't, we try not to go blow by blow.
Yeah.
Because we just try not to.
Yeah.
You generally, if you're here, you've, like, oh my God.
Are you okay?
I'm having a stroke. We don't go blow by blow.
Because if you're here, you've read the book.
Yes,
like, we don't.
We are a spoiler podcast, which we're just going to reiterate. I feel like we haven't reiterated that in a while, but we're just going to reiterate it just in case. But my first note, because this one I actually have live notes for, because I read this recently, is Reggie is suspicious as fuck and I do not trust him.
Ooh.
There was just something about him in the beginning of this book that it was like too much. It was too, like, convenient.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, it was too, because I feel like Reggie as a character is quite new, isn't he? We've only really been introduced to him. We didn't get him in book 1.
No.
I don't think. He was only in book 2.
Well, they visited him in book 1, didn't they? But
did they?
Yeah. That's when she falls in love with him, and when he takes her to see the fate. And but like, as like a
person.
Yeah, he's book 2 onwards, yeah.
So, yeah, I just felt like there was just too much. I think this series makes me so suspicious of
honestly,
fucking everyone.
I texted you earlier, didn't I? I said, Amber V.Nicole has made me not trust anybody in life because, like, everyone's suspicious to me.
Everybody. Obviously,
we don't actually find out what's happened, but there is definitely something wrong with Rockeram. His, like, the fates that he's seeing aren't in order. He's forgetting things. So, like,
suffering from, like, really bad. And this is further on, but he suffers from really bad, like, migraines, doesn't he, throughout this book?
Yeah, and at one point, like, he says something to Dianna, like, he reels off, like, it's not a prophecy, but, like, what he's seen. And she's like, what did you say? And he's like, I didn't speak.
Oh.
And at one point, Death comes to see him.
Yes.
And Death wipes his memory. So it has Death visited him more than we know, but we've only seen it once because we only get Reggie's POV once in this book, and it's when Death comes.
Do you know what? I think him assisting Dianna in getting Samkiel out, and he doesn't resurrect Samkiel, but, like, he heavily assists in that. I think, like, Death showing up is Death's way of saying, like, he should have been a fucking goner. You took him from me. And this is almost like his payment for getting too involved.
Well, they say that fate shouldn't intervene, and obviously when Samkiel knows that Dianna is trapped by Caden and Isaiah, Reggie says to him, like, love is a power, you can get your power out of the sky. And that's how Samkiel draws all his power back in. So has Reggie just interfered too much and, like, told them too much, whereas, like, their fate was for them to figure it out by themselves, or their fate was for them not to figure it out. Because he was heavily pushing the mark, wasn't he, in book 2? He wanted them to have the mark because then Samkiel couldn't be killed.
Oh, okay.
So maybe he's just interfered too much because he does, there is reference to, like, how fates aren't allowed to interfere.
Yeah, there was just too much about him in the beginning of this that just he was just too suspicious. I feel like you said, because we get POVs from literally every single character in this series, he is the one that we don't get POVs from until that scene with Death, and he doesn't even remember anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It's too suspicious. I'm so used to people flipping on them that I was just way too suspicious of Reggie.
Yeah, I know, I totally agree.
What was your first point?
My first little brain thought. Why is Nismera king and not queen?
You texted me that, didn't you? And I said it's just because she prefers to be called. She thinks it's more powerful.
Yeah, power move, innit? We're a boss ass bitch.
Big dick swing. Yeah, to be fair.
And like, she is fucking powerful. We find out in this book that that Vincent is like bound to her.
Well, there's definitely something suspicious going on with Vincent, because obviously at the end of book 2 when he betrays everyone, that we kind of saw that come in.
Yeah, he's a bastard.
You just assumed that, well, the way what he painted life like with Nismera was a bit of a fib, and really, because he's like shagging Nismera. Oh my god, right? So you were like, oh well, he was just obviously in love with her and he's just had everyone on. Yeah. But the further we go into this book and the more his relationship develops with Camilla, we find out that actually it's not very consensual what he does for Nismera. No. First of all, the physical relationship is not very consensual. He just kind of does it because he has to. Yeah. He takes like no pleasure in having sex with her. And he mentions like, is it flashbacks or like nightmares where he sees all these witches like pinning him down?
Yeah. So he is like physically bound to her through like a blood oath type thing that wasn't consensual from him.
Yes.
So, interesting.
But we don't really get an answer to that by the end of this, do we? Not much of an answer. No. But very interesting. I think, Camilla and Vincent were the two characters in this that really surprised me the most. Yeah. Really surprised me.
Yeah, because at first I was like, I just want to read about Samkiel and Dianna. I don't bloody care what Vincent's doing. I don't care what anybody with Nismera is doing. By the end, I was looking forward to those chapters as much as I was looking forward to the chapters of Samkiel and Dianna. Again, that's just the beauty of good writing, because I fucking hated Vincent at the start of this book. I couldn't give a shit about him. And by the end, I'm like quite invested in his relationship with Camilla.
Well, I said to you last episode that his reasoning for hating Dianna, were you gasped by that because he was in love with Camilla all along?
She's got to be as a matter.
I want them. I love them so much together.
Because why would he have such a strong
hatred for somebody,
when he'd only seen Camilla across the room? He'd never met her, like, so in love with her. But saw her with Dianna and hated Dianna for it. Like, they've got to be a matters. And that's when they point somewhere.
That little spicy scene they have after the ball, and he just like
fades to black,
comes in his pants. I know, just from nothing.
I know. And also, were you fucking gasping when he chopped off Camilla's hands?
Yeah, I was so convinced. Like, I was like, no, he's fucking Adderall. I was convinced. I was like, he's double crossed her again.
Bastard. And then when he goes to his cell and she's like, you come to piss on me as well.
I was so happy.
And then he kills the guards.
And he has her hands and she reattaches it. I was so happy that he wasn't a baddie.
And me.
So happy about it, because
even though I know, like, obviously Dianna thought she'd killed him.
Yeah.
She didn't. She's going to try and kill him again. Book 4.
Yeah.
She's going to try and kill him in book 4.
But I love them together.
But she heard him whisper Camilla's name when she killed him. Well, she thought she killed him the first time. So maybe she'll think twice now. So I don't know. I love her.
She needs somebody who's that in love with her, because I feel like she's been, not saying it's Diana's fault, but she was so in love with Dianna.
I know.
And then Dianna wasn't really that interested.
Yeah. Another interesting thing that we learn really early on in this book is obviously Imogen, Xavier, Navira and Logan at the end of book 2 are like glazed over. There's nothing there.
Well, it's this word that they discovered in the book of Azrael, wasn't it, that can control the celestial. Cameron
is not. So Cameron's the only one who's not like under a thing. And then we find out right at the beginning of this book that he's been turned into an Igmorathan.
Which, honestly, I should be sad about, but I kind of wasn't, because Cameron being able to be as much of a badass as Dianna is, I was actually really looking forward to it.
But I was just like, like the bloodlust. Like, obviously Dianna talks about how difficult that is when you turn. Yeah. Like, controlling
it's got a name, isn't it? I can't remember what they call it now.
Thrashing.
Thrashing, that's it, yeah.
But obviously Caden doesn't give a fuck. He's not going to help them.
No.
So he's just leaving like a fucking trail of bodies everywhere he goes, because he's just fucking eating everybody.
What was also really interesting about this book is it opens with almost like a recap of Cameron.
Yes.
Which I really enjoyed, because this isn't like but
it was like a break in the fourth wall. It was like talking directly to the reader, which I quite liked actually.
And this isn't like a a hate on Amber V.Nicole's writing because I love it, but these books are really heavy in terms of like world and lore.
Yeah.
So even if I'd read all three of them back to back, I can imagine that I would have needed a bit of a refresh. And most of her fans are obviously reading these as they come out. So we've waited nearly just under a year for book 3 to come out. Yes. So it was actually really nice to have that little recap just to remind you like what's happening, where we are, like what's going on.
Yeah.
We'll get back to this, but Caden as a character in this was so interesting.
Very interesting.
And Isaiah.
Yes. Because you want to hate them.
There was a lot more layers to those characters in this book.
Multifaceted.
Yeah, Caden gets on my nerves because he blows fucking hot and cold.
Yeah.
But then again, I suppose so does Vincent. I just guess with Vincent, you do get the indication that he's actually a goodie. Like, he wants to be good, but Caden is just a bit of a cunt.
Well, the thing with Caden is, right, what I liked in this book is you understand that Caden's motive for everything is his brother. He loves Isaiah. All he wants to do is protect Isaiah, look after Isaiah. All he cares about is Isaiah being safe. But then I think, well, it's very fucking rich of you to kill Diana's sister when you feel that way about your own brother.
Well, and also in this, we actually now come to learn that he's hell-bent on fucking getting Diana because he reckons he's in love with her now. After all this, he reckons he's always been in love with her. What? Like, go fucking...
Yeah,
fuck
nah.
off.
When they're going to stab her with a knife that will erase her memory...
Yes.
When I tell you, I was fucking screaming.
Nervous.
Because I was like, if book 4 is Samkiel trying to get her to remember that she loves him, I will be tamping.
Yeah.
I was mad.
Scary.
Very scary.
There were lots of tense moments. There was a few scenes where I started to think like, oh, maybe I'm warming to Caden.
Yeah, same.
There was a few occasions where he's actually quite nice to Camilla.
Yeah.
But then I feel like a chapter later he'd just be a massive dickhead again. And I'm like, oh. Isaiah and his fucking... I know it's supposed to be seen as cute and they might end up together, but Isaiah's fucking obsession with Imogen,
weird.
I hate it.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
don't
gross.
like it. And like, I get like he saved her from being essentially raped by all the other guards, which great, good for you, Isaiah. But that's like the like where like human decency
the
is.
Bar
like
is so low.
Like no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and I know he doesn't do anything with her, but he obviously loves her. But we get a POV from Imogen, so we find out that the ones that are like brainwashed or whatever internally
can still think.
Yeah. So, and she gets like a little like, you know, butterflies in her tummy over Isaiah, and I'm like, Imogen, no.
I'm so interested because if that's how it pans out, fine, because I think that is how it's going to pan out. But I'm so interested, how the fuck does Isaiah become a goodie? But if this was all done and dusted, how do people just forgive Isaiah for what's happened?
No, I agree.
Because he's just as bad as Caden and Nismera. Like, the other thing, I was just going to mention this earlier, but I've forgotten. But the other thing I will say about this is, obviously at the end of, I don't know if it's the end of book 2 or beginning of book 3, I think it's the end of book 2, we find out that like Nismera, Isaiah, Caden and Samkiel are all siblings, effectively. Yes. We still don't know like the ins and outs of their conception. Like, it isn't sort of implied that they obviously don't share the same mother.
No.
I think there's some references in there that, like, they definitely were not born of the same mother.
And like,
so when they say that only as children, I don't think it's quite as like...
Well, yes, as if they're not born as well. It's as if he's, like, created them.
What I will say is that Caden and Isaiah are, like, very close.
Yeah.
But Nismera is very, like, detached. She says that everything she does is for her brothers, but... It's not like the relationship with Isaiah and Caden.
No.
She is very removed. Like, she doesn't really
But then they were
like...
locked in Yejedin or whatever.
She was somewhere else, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was like stuck in her realm.
Maybe.
So like they did have all that time to form that bond, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, very strange.
So we get introduced to two, because obviously after some time spent in wherever the fuck. Is it the Jade City or something? That's where they are. And Samkiel's allegedly healing, but shocker, more fucking people being... Betrayal is that the queen of the Jade City or whatever that realm is a fucking bitch. And her healers, have just been poisoning Samkiel worse and only one healer who they all hate.
Miska,
yeah, is like the only one that was actually helping him.
And she's young, like she's a child.
Yeah, a teenager.
Yeah.
So obviously that all goes tits up. Dianna fucking gets pulled over eyes again. Her and Reggie disappear through a portal to go get something done. Turns out they were, fucked over. Samkiel gets kidnapped and but they don't realise who he is. All they know is that he's a member of the Hand.
No, the Eye. They think he's a member of the Eye, which is like a rebellion.
Right. So they put him effectively in like a prison camp that's making their way to a prison in another realm.
Yes.
And he kind of befriends this character called Orym.
Yes.
Who becomes quite a big character in this book. An elf.
Yes.
With a big tail.
Yes.
And I've written, Orym gives me Carden Greenbrier. Oh, I can't even speak today. Orym gives me Carden Greenbrier vibes. I hope he's hot, hot, hot.
So my little thing about, this is way down my list, about Orym. Orym, suspicious elf who wants to free his sister. Will Dianna be betrayed for the 100th time?
I was super suspicious of these two. So we obviously then kind of get the character. Not really get much directly with her, but she's discussed a lot. Is Orym's twin sister is Veruca.
Yes. Who is shagging Isaiah.
Who's shagging Isaiah back at wherever the fuck they all are.
Sorry, jumping back to because we've already discussed it. I've written Caden loves Dianna. Does he fuck?
Does he fuck?
And then I've written Dianna and Samkiel fucking over breakfast. Yes, please.
Oh yeah, that was
hot. So I've got a bone to pick with Amber V.Nicole about Orym.
Oh no.
So when we have Reggie Rockrum's POV, he is talking about Orym and he refers to him as the lost elven
king
prince. And says something like, I wonder if he knows like what he's entitled to, that or something along those lines. Okay, fine. I was thinking, ooh, subplot, we're going to go to a new realm, it's going to be Orym's realm, yada yada yada. Then Orym gets killed.
I was really shocked at that.
So Caden and Isaiah lop off their heads. Orym and Veruca, both their heads
on a plate.
And that Seer had seen it because she calls him the headless whatever. So what was the point in telling us? My only thing that I think maybe is the realm that they get married in and they go to a castle and it's abandoned. Could that be the elf realm that is now abandoned because all the elves ran away? Could they now be inadvertently living in Orym's, what should be his castle? Because if there's nothing, I will think that is such a fucking stupid point to make. That he was, why even tell us that he's a prince if you're just going to kill him off and we're never going to find out his heritage, where he's from? Like, why are you putting that in there?
I have faith in Amber, so I do believe it.
Me
I don't
too.
think it's but I don't think he's dead.
Ooh. But she saw their heads.
I know, but I just don't think he's dead.
And then Veruca visited Isaiah like in ghost form. And
did she?
Yeah, when Samkiel captures Isaiah and Isaiah's in the dungeon.
At the end, yeah.
Veruca comes to him and he says like he can see the line across her throat and it's still pouring with blood. And she's like speaking to him like from beyond the grave. Dead. Yeah, maybe.
I was really convinced. So she was also really suspicious. I know that it was painted that she was like a rebel, but there was just something about her I couldn't trust. And then when she eventually appears and she helps Samkiel and Dianna get Nismera out.
Yeah.
When her and Samkiel go off to go like whatever they're trying to do, I was utterly convinced she was going to turn.
Ooh, okay.
I was utterly convinced that like he was going to walk into a tent and everyone was going to be there and she'd actually played two sides. I was convinced she was double crossing him. I agree with you. They were really, really, really prominent characters, particularly Orym, to bring in to then kill them off. But what you've got to remember is Orym heard that prophecy about him being headless.
Yeah.
So is he almost like playing into it? I don't know. Like I look, so far there's yet to have been something like that happen and Amber's not almost like explained it.
Yeah.
So I am really hoping that even if maybe he's not dead, there's some like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something going on.
Like a glamour. Who
knows?
Okay. Yeah, no, I agree. I just thought, like, why even tell us he's the prince if you're then gonna kill him? Like, I need a bit more backstory on that.
Yeah, I agree. One of my comments: she can't wrap her hands around his cock flipping egg.
So yeah, I'm at that bit as well. And I've written Samkiel and Dianna reunion bang in the woods. Yes, please shove me against a tree, Samkiel.
I've written at one point, Caden has mummy issues. Severe mummy issues.
Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, when Caden and Isaiah trap Dianna, we sort of think that he is going to stab her and she's going to lose all her memories. Samkiel gets his powers back. He whips in, takes Isaiah and Caden, whips back out. Did you think that Caden's death was a bit lackluster in the end?
Yeah, I don't think he's dead.
No, he's not dead. We find that out.
Oh,
in the
we
book.
do we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, death brings him back. Sorry, yes, you're right.
Well, it's not death, is it? It's like some woman.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But at that point, I was thinking, really? Like, he is the one that you should be torturing. Like, he's pulled your family apart.
Yeah.
He's taken them all and sold them off. He hurt Dianna so much. He killed Gabby. Like, he is the person that should be tortured. And Samkiel just click of the fingers, oblivions him.
How does
and
he?
Like,
is that what he does? He oblivions
yeah,
him? Okay.
And it says like he's just ash, like
but
floating
he does
in the
die,
wind.
doesn't he? It's just somebody resurrects him.
Yeah, some woman, which again was strange.
Oh,
but I just thought like I wanted him to have like a torturous death, you know.
But maybe because it is coming. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
he obviously
maybe
couldn't die yet.
Yeah, maybe. But I just thought like, I was just a bit. I think so then when he came back to life, I was just a bit like, oh, shocker. He didn't really fucking die.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I agree with you. I do agree with you. It was a bit too, like, that was too quick. That can't be Endgame because that was way too quick. It needs to be much more of like a, you need to suffer type thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just wanted to know if you agreed.
I do. Another one of my points, I've written, Cameron, you deserve the world.
Aww.
Cameron doing this, like, obviously we knew at the beginning us finding out that he is an Igmorthan was always going to be rough for Cameron. Yeah. And like you said, Caden couldn't give less of a fuck. He just couldn't give less of a fuck about helping him in any capacity. So I think it's Isaiah is sending Cameron off on like these sort of tasks to go effectively hunt Dianna. That's basically what he's doing. Yeah,
so obviously we know he's like a bloodhound, like he's got a really good nose, and he can, if anyone can find somebody, it's Cameron.
Which he was like prior to becoming Igmorthan. Yeah.
So they're sending him to look for Dianna.
And at one point he goes to this village, doesn't he? And this woman is just giving him like directions. And honestly, I was like, is he gonna fuck her or is he gonna kill her? Like, I'm honestly not sure. And I think, to be honest, I don't think Cameron was sure either.
Yeah.
I don't think Cameron knew what he wanted to do. But he just ends up killing everyone. He just can't help himself. Like you said, he's in thrashing and he just can't stop himself. Really and it is really sad. And him eventually, once they sort of capture him and he's back with Samkiel and Dianna, and they say to him, don't they, because he's kind of in prison, really. And she's like, we'll help you through this. Like, we'll get through it. But it's really sad. Him finding out the Samkiel isn't dead.
Oh, beautiful. Interestingly, what we find out in this book is that he brought Xavier into the hand after he'd been under the Cruella, is that how we're saying it? And like convinced Samkiel to hold auditions. Like we get a lot of Cameron's memories in this book. And like we learn about Xavier's sister's sacrifice.
Well, it was because of Cameron. He thinks he's to blame. So he says like he misses going out on a mission one morning because he's hungover. So they send Xavier's sister instead and she gets killed.
Well, they send Xavier and his sister,
and she gets killed.
But she sacrifices herself for Xavier.
Yeah.
And I think it's Dianna says like that was her choice to sacrifice herself for her brother. And I would have done it for Gabby. Like you can't blame yourself. But yeah, that was quite an interesting revelation.
Cameron just carries so much weight of everybody else.
Oh, he just like he thinks he's to blame for everything. Like it's really sad.
And we really don't see like much at all of Xavier in this. We don't really see much of Logan on.
We get one chapter of Xavier.
So we don't really get much of Logan or Nismera at all anyway, or Imogen, but they kind of like heavily mentioned. But Xavier is really not in this for a long time. No. And that brings me on to the point of Logan and Nismera, which, like you said, they're both under this spell. But at one point after so Samkiel and Dianna find the weapon in the prison, which is Logan, and they find Nismera. They get a tip off that Nismera is in that camp, isn't she?
And they save her.
And then when they get them, I think when Samkiel's fighting Nismera, trying to get her to stop, like, you know,
he shows her
Logan, and she comes back. Yeah. For like a few moments, she starts screaming.
She's like Samkiel, and then she's gone again. But like her just saying one word, Samkiel's like, it proves that she's in there.
Yeah,
that they're all in there. But what's really interesting is we get one chapter from Xavier in this whole book.
Okay,
and it's the final chapter.
Oh, okay,
or the last
one
but one.
Yeah.
And it's Cruella and Athos freeing Xavier from Nismera's rule. And Cruella and Athos are the Eye. They're who started the Eye as like a rebellion against Nismera. But Cruella's always been made out to be a really bad person from Xavier's memories. So I'm like...
But maybe it's a bit like, she's probably still a bit of a cunt.
Yeah.
Or just a different... Do you know what I mean? She's probably fed up with Nismera taking over.
Yeah, so that was really interesting. So like, I'm almost like, well, where the fuck is the next book going? Because we've got Nismera, we've got Cruella and Athos, we've got Samkiel and Dianna. There's a lot of players at the table.
Yeah, 100%. A lot more gods.
Yes. The final chapter. Do you remember the final chapter of this book?
Yes, it's Dianna. They've just had a bang, haven't they? They've just had sex, and Diana's like, I don't know what it is, but I can feel something like calling me in their new little lovely castle, their home that they've made. She follows it to what is now Samkiel's office, opens the door, and her new father-in-law is inside.
So how do you feel about the, like, ghosts?
I don't think Uni is a ghost. I think he's alive.
No, he walks straight through her.
Oh, does he?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. I thought he was alive.
No. So we get Gabby's ghost in book 1 or 2? 2. We get Gabby's ghost in book 2. She comes to the house and talks to Dianna. And then in book 3 we get Veruca's ghost and Unir's ghost. So how do you feel about the ghosts?
I don't know.
Because I don't usually like a storyline where like people can come back. Same in films. You know, if like somebody's ghost shows up, I'm like, oh, piss off.
Yeah, I don't think I'd really like piece those together, to be honest. I don't think
ghosts?
I don't think I had any thoughts about no thoughts. I thought Unia was not dead, so there we are.
He walks.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
And then he touches her head and he takes her with him. And also when Gabby comes back to speak to Dianna. I know
she like collapses. I remember that he touches her. And
he takes her. It says like she disappears.
Oh, like portals.
Yeah.
Oh.
But when Gabby comes back to see Dianna in book 2, she says like how where are you, like sort of thing.
I don't remember Gabby coming back to
in the house. Yeah.
What house?
You know, the house and a lock on a rattle.
Oh,
and a lock on a house rattle.
I see.
Yeah, but like no, in the house that they bought together.
Yeah,
she goes
but
back.
it's like also like kind of I get what you mean. Okay.
But Gabby turns up and she's like, you have to face your demons. Basically, you have to let the Igmorothan out. But Dianna asks where she is, and she says like, "Oh, I'm with your new, your in-laws basically, and they're not going to be happy that I've come to speak to you. So I'll never be able to come again."
Well, the other thing is that during all of this, Diana keeps having like reoccurring really bad nightmares, and
with the orange eyes.
Keeps seeing this man on a throne with orange eyes, and we never actually get that like nothing comes of it in this book.
Well,
really,
she turns into it, doesn't she? When Caden and Isaiah, so Isaiah's bound her by her blood and has got her like frozen in place. Caden's coming towards her with a knife, and she says like, basically she gives up because like what the fuck? Yeah. Like she knows that he's going to stab her and she's going to forget Samkiel, and she starts playing through all her happy memories with Samkiel. Them in the carnival, them in the photo booth, him eating candy floss, them ice skating. She's like playing it all in her head. And then she says like, oh my God, the man with the orange eyes. And then she was like, it's me. It's my orange eyes. And then she stops Caden and he doesn't understand how she's stopping him.
Oh.
But like she's like a vibrating force that is like pushing it away.
I'm sure there was some implication when they're talking about Dianna at some point again then, that she is like a child of she's the original, like a descendant of the original Igmorthan who's got, they name him, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember the name either.
And that's who I always assumed she was seeing in those dreams.
It was herself.
But the other thing, like, I think we mentioned this in the last episode and it was in book 2, Caden, Reggie, someone calls her like the king of, it's not Yejim, but like what's like hell?
Iaselin.
And they call her like the queen of Iaselin or the king of Iaselin. Yeah. I wonder whether the next book is Diana's realm is Iaselin, like you said, she is the queen of it. But it's where it's like the afterworld, so everyone's there. Like that's why they're all coming through. That's why she's seeing all these other people that are dead. So maybe all these characters are able to play a really big role in book 4, because when we say they're dead, they're just in this other realm. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, no, interesting.
A bit, yeah. That's kind of like my, I don't know.
A bit like the Bone Quarter.
That's what I was going to say. A bit like the Bone Quarter.
How did you feel about the wedding?
I really liked it, and in hindsight I appreciate it. I've seen some fan art that Amber has posted and it's lovely, right? But you know what, Amber? Your writing has me so on fucking edge all the time that I cannot enjoy a moment of peace.
No.
Like, I can't enjoy a moment of peace reading Amber's books because...
But like I said too, she's made me suspicious of everybody.
Of everything and everyone. So it was beautiful, right?
I didn't even trust Miska.
No, I didn't fucking trust any. I was so scared. So as beautiful as that scene was, I couldn't enjoy it because I was too fucking scared everyone was going to die. Yeah, so it was lovely, but like...
Yeah, no, I agree.
I'm too anxious now.
Yeah, because I've written here... what Samkiel having made? I bet it's a ring, and then nailed it.
But he was an absolute fucking twat for
when
disappearing for like
away.
3 days. Oh, naughty boy.
Yeah.
And then fucking comes back smelling of a brothel.
Oh, I know she weren't happy, was she?
I love that he got her own little armour made though.
I know.
Amber posted a lovely fan art of that. Oh, it's beautiful.
But obviously the person who helps him, can't remember the name.
Yeah, they're a couple, aren't they? They die.
Yeah, Nismera kills them.
Can't have anything nice in these books, Amber.
I know. I'm like, oh, I like that character.
Never mind, dead.
Like, oh, they're interesting. Dead. Like, oh, okay, cool.
Nice.
Do not get attached.
This is why I couldn't fucking enjoy the wedding.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, what's going to happen now?
But not the wedding. A fucking red wedding from Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be carrying everyone's heads through the fucking
bloody
party.
Hell.
I know.
Yeah. Diana attends like a like auction of like black magic items.
That was weird.
Very weird. She meets a woman who is heavily flirting with her, which I enjoyed, I won't lie. And then there's that sword that's like humming and like pulling Diana towards him. Then the woman runs off with the sword.
Did they say what the sword is? Or like, no they don't.
And we never fucking see her again.
That whole
So what do you think that, like, who is she?
I don't know. That whole sequence was real fucking weird. And then they end up in the basement, don't they? And they find that oracle. And then Diane like pops her head off. And
But then I was thinking, could that woman be Cruella / Athos? Could it be one of the goddesses?
Definitely. That's such a good shout. Well done. You're so clever.
They've taken the sword or the knife, whatever it was, because it can kill Nismera.
She definitely implies that character that she's like
she's
like
beautiful,
a rebel, and also like a rebel, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So that would make sense actually.
So interested to see where that plays out. Because I was like, that was one of my notes. Who is this woman? What is that sword?
Yeah, that was a really bizarre scene. One of my notes I was just reading is it's in that like the final ball scene, or that final party ball thing that Nismera holds for everyone.
Yeah.
And I've put I'm not gonna lie, if Caden held my hand to calm me down, I'd probably shag him because he holds Camilla's hand.
Yeah.
And then I've put but I need to remember he killed Diana's sister.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, innit? Every time like I think like, ooh, I'm like, nah. Like, remember what he did.
I've also put Samkiel is oblivion. Woof.
Oh, when it turns out that it's not a sword, it's him. I was like, whoa, that changes the game, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because obviously Nismera takes his ring, his oblivion ring.
She's getting it
and she can't wield it.
She's trying to get it crafted into like a spear, isn't she, or something else?
Yes, and she's got Diana's blood. Mm-hmm. She's got the ring. I think she's got Samkiel's blood. She can't do anything with it.
Also, another big part is that Caden finds out that she has Isaiah's blood, and the one that she's missing is Caden's, and Caden gets real fucking suspicious.
Well, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, if somebody had an empty vial with your name on it and next to it was your sister's,
you can definitely see like the inner walls cracking within this, like within the Caden Isaiah Nismera, not at all. And I definitely think that's going to crumble. But absolutely. I just can't see. Like, I do think that Isaiah and Imogen are going to end up together, but how does that work? I don't see it.
Use the knife on Isaiah, make him forget everything. Start fresh.
Oh God, yeah, that's a shout, isn't it? Caden's got to die. I'm sorry.
He can't. As much as I've quite actually enjoyed him in this book.
Yeah, there was a few hot scenes with him. Like Camilla pretending to kiss him all the time was pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie.
When she storms into the war room and she's like, "I need to speak to you," and he's just like, "No," and she's like, "I've come to ask if you fancy a quick fuck."
Yeah, she didn't give a fuck. Did she?
I know. Like she's like, "I need to fucking speak to you right now."
Yeah. Well, I just don't. We love a redemption arc, but I do think sometimes characters are too far gone for it, and Caden is one of them. I'm sorry.
Like Gabby was good.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't just good, like she was sweet and innocent. Like you killed like a Powerpuff Girl, haven't you? Like,
and we can't forget like the thousands of years we just treated Dianna like absolute fucking shit as well.
And like if he didn't treat Dianna like that, she wouldn't think that she wasn't worthy of love, and it wouldn't have taken so long for her and Samkiel to be able to like get that, because like,
well, even now when she's fighting, she gets accidentally lured, doesn't she, to, she like
surprise.
Yeah, I know, and she does, and that's it. They have like a connection through the ring, remember? And she takes it off, and I'm like, Dianna, you need to stop fucking sacrificing yourself. Stop it.
Yeah. So predictions for book 4.
Oh my God, fucking hell, none, because. Honestly, but I think that's such a good thing.
Yeah.
Because Amber's writing is so, when I say spontaneous, not in a bad way, like it always makes sense, right? But I just can't fucking predict anything. No. I never would have predicted the Camilla and Vincent thing.
I know, same.
I'm gobsmacked. I do think that the one thing I think I'm pretty certain is that Isaiah and Imogen are going to be a bit of a thing.
I agree.
God, what's going to happen in book 4? I don't know. I'm so scared, because the fact that now Dianna and Samkiel are married and we've had like a fucking tiny little teaspoon of happiness, I think she's going to fucking ruin our lives.
Yeah.
And I follow Amber on threads, right? I see her threads, her updates while she's writing. Like, I'm scared.
Yeah. You want to hear some of my predictions?
Go for it.
I think Rockerham Reggie is going to die.
Oh, yeah, he's like,
I think he's a goner. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully we get a resolution, but I think he's gone.
He's going to pay for being too involved, and not that I'm saying I think Samkiel still would have lived if it were like it wasn't necessarily Rockham, but I think he's going to pay for that. He's been too involved.
Yeah, it's interfered too much. I think the word to like have Celestials under your rule is going to be something that's like really significant to Samkiel. I think like when I think they will find out what the word is, and I think they will be able to bring the Celestials back. But I think when Samkiel finds out, it's going to like be devastating.
Oh God.
I don't know why. I just think, I think we're going to find out that the realm that they got married in, that they have their castle in, was the Elven realm.
Okay, yeah.
Was Orym and Veruca's like birthright. I think I agree with you about Imogen and Isaiah. I think Vincent and Camilla are matters. I think
we've got to get Xavier and Cameron back together.
We have to.
I have to have them together. I have to have Logan.
Xavier's fucking fiance. Piss off.
You are. I have to have Logan and Nismera back together, and I need to have Cameron and Xavier back together.
I agree.
I don't want the hand to disband. I want them to continue.
I think there'll be like a Samkiel, Dianna, Cruella, Athos team up.
I thought you were going to say something else, and I was like, oh.
Team up, but in a different way.
Okay.
No, I think they're going to team up. I think Nismera will be taken down.
Oh yeah, she's fucked.
However, the only thing I've got a big question mark over, and I'm usually pretty good at predicting things, is where has Unia taken Dianna? What is that storyline?
I think he's going to show her...
Oh, like the Igmarathon,
well,
like,
and also
or Iacillin, yeah.
And also, where the fuck did Isaiah and Nismera and Caden come from?
Yeah, where did they hide?
I think he's
because they were hidden for a long time. Dianna couldn't find them anywhere.
I think he's going to show her, like, what happened.
Also, there's reference at some point to Tobias and Alistair still being alive.
Oh, God.
So maybe Iacillin or whatever is a realm. Because there is reference to Tobias and Alistair still being alive.
They're all just fucking there waiting to... Oh, God, yeah. I don't know. I'm really scared. I'm not going to lie.
We got a long time to wait.
We got a long time to wait.
6 months to wait.
Oh.
And
do we know the name of this book?
No.
We don't know the name of it.
I don't think so. And that's if there's no, pushbacks with publishing or whatever. Like, 6 months is like best case scenario. I've written here, wedding, cute. Abandoned realm with perfect palace, suspicious.
It was really suspicious.
I feel like everything I've written in this is like somebody else is suspicious or like something suspicious.
Yeah, because we can't fucking trust you, Amber. I love you, but like I can't fucking trust you.
No, can't. I've written here, Jesus fucking holy hell, did Samkiel just level the whole realm, including Caden and Isaiah? And then in the next line, oh, okay, no, he took them somewhere else. Powerful bastard.
I know. Yeah, I just, like you said, predictions for book 4, I don't know. I think that's a testament to the author, though.
Oh my God, yeah. If I knew everything that was coming, I'd be like, oh, well, yeah, I saw that coming. Like, thanks.
Yeah, I have to say, there's not been a single moment in any of these, apart from maybe like Dianna and Samkiel turning out to be a matter.
Yeah.
But like, there's not, I genuinely don't think there's been a single... And Caden, like, not being dead, I think, but that's tiny.
Yeah.
When we think about these 3 books, like, you literally can't predict anything.
Book 2, like, how my lungs didn't give out from all the gasping I was doing. Like,
yeah.
Incredible. So, God, that's Gods and Monsters so far.
Yeah.
We've got Amber V.Nicole herself next week.
We have indeed.
We will try and get some answers out of her for what we can expect in book 4.
We'll
and
try our best.
What comes next after. Because I think it's supposed to be a 4-book series, but then we have seen something about it being an 8-book series.
I do wonder whether this storyline is 4 and then she's going to continue writing in the world and she'll do another 4 separately.
Yeah, well, we'll ask.
We'll ask her, but also 100% how quickly she's become an Insta-buy author for us.
Oh my God.
Anything you want to release, Amber, we're going to buy it.
When you said earlier we've been spoiled, we have been spoiled because we've done the 3 Pen-Cole, well, for me anyway, I've done 3 Pen-Cole straight into 3 Amber V.Nicole, both debut novels for both of them, debut series, and both self-published, like
indie authors,
fucking incredible.
And I know for Callie Hart, in the next few weeks,
it's not her first book.
No, she's been in the. So I was having when I was researching her, she's got a lot of books out, but
not fantasy.
She's kind of written a bit of everything. She's done a lot of different things, but they're mainly like dark romances.
Yeah.
But no, she's never written. And I think when I was like reading or looking at other interviews of her, she'd said that she wrote this book like just because she wanted to. It wasn't like,
I love that.
Why not? Was like, I just have this story to tell, and when I say I don't think she intended to publish it, but like, she didn't write it to think like, I'm going to write it because this is marketable. It literally was like, I just need to write this for myself.
Yeah.
And then like people just devoured it.
Yeah.
People are eating it up.
Yes.
So yeah, that was book 3, Dawn of the Cursed Queen.
Yes.
Like we said, tune in next week for Amber V.Nicole. We are so excited. And yeah, if you want to, we've got a week now 2 weeks, sorry. Once this episode comes out,
to read Quicksilver.
Quicksilver, if you want to join for that little.
Yeah, and then we'll have Callie Hart's interview straight after.
Yes.
So lots of exciting stuff coming up. The imposter syndrome is real.
Too real.
Yeah, lots of exciting things in the works now.
Yeah.
But yeah, as always, let us know what you want us to read, what you want us to talk about. We've done a lot of book reviews at the moment. So if you want us to do another like wish list or like book X, or if you want us to go maybe away from a book review for an episode, then just let us know what sort of stuff you want to see and we shall deliver.
Well, the episode after Callie Hart, so we've kind of got one confirmed episode after Callie Hart, and I know we've got some plans, but really after that we are open in theory. So if you have got anything you really, 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 really want us to read, or like a topic or whatever, just let us know.
Yes.
You can contact us everywhere.
Absolutely everywhere.
Literally everywhere.
Thanks so much for listening.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at A Pod of Smut and Wingspan.
See you next week.
Bye.